You said that a man that takes care of another man's child is weak. That's what you said. Can you please explain why?
That's not your child, that's not your responsibility. Your intentions may be in the right place, but it's not, you're not going to benefit from it. It is very rare. I know y'all love to use Shaq as an example.
Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal, I think he wasn't raised with a biological
Oh
father.
yeah, right.
But how often does that
And
happen?
LeBron.
That's very rare. And even so, children deserve both of their biological parents, which is why it's imperative for both men and women, but mainly women, because there's more women out here with children out of wedlock than men. Pick the right person the first time.
So now, what if that doesn't happen?
I don't know what to tell you. Focus
No,
on
no, no,
yourself.
no,
Focus
no,
on
no,
your
no, no,
child.
no, no, no. Because you can't say. So you're saying that every man that takes care of another man's child is weak.
Yes.
It is impossible for every man to grow up. Well, right now, as we're talking, every man does not have a man in their life. Or every child and every boy and every girl does not have a man in their life. So who's supposed to take that role as the man in that life?
The biological father. If the biological father is not there,
then
maybe I could give leeway for if the father died. Maybe if the woman's a widow, maybe it's not nobody's fault that the man passed away. But even that is rare. It's rare that a man is taking care of a child because the biological father is dead.
Oh God. I'm gonna be real. When I first saw this, I like flew off the hinges. Um, again, I was raised by a man that's not my biological father, right? So when I seen this, it struck a fucking chord. I think she's totally fucking wrong. I mean, I don't even know how else to say it. She's totally fucking wrong. Let's be real here, and let me take these off and put on my regular glasses so you can see my fucking eyes when I say this shit. Let's be totally real here. The biological parent that's not in their child's life and isn't taking care of their kids, so the next motherfucker comes along and does what they're supposed to do for those children and takes care of them, the biological parent is the weak one. What the fuck is weak about stepping in and taking care of a child and making sure that child has what they need emotionally, financially, teaches them how to be a good person? Like what is weak about that? You tell me. And the way that she's explaining it, it's like on a financial tip because she's talking about the example that people use as about Shaq, and then at the end she said something about I don't understand investing money into someone else's DNA. What about raising a child says that you should get a financial payback on that shit? Because the way that I take it, I could be totally wrong because, again, I'm not a parent. So maybe y'all should chime in and let me know for those parents that are out there. When you buy things for your children because they need them, when you get things for your children because you want to, when you take care of your children, when you help them grow and learn throughout life, when they get older, do you expect a get back or a payback? Because me personally, I don't feel like any child owes their parents shit because the child didn't ask to be here. It's your job as a parent. It's your responsibility as a parent. Just like it's all of our responsibility as adults to show children the right way to go in life, to be prime examples for children, if you have kids or not. If you are an adult and you are in a kid's life in any aspect, you should be showing them the correct way and you should be giving them a good example on what being an adult is. But yet, no, like people like this want to say shit like, oh, if you take care of somebody else's child, any man, she specifically said man too, any man that takes care of another person's child is weak. Explain to me how the fuck that's weak. I just don't get it. That shit is so frustrating. So you telling me now people who adopt children are weak? I can tell you this right now. Ain't nothing weak about my stepfather. And I hate the fact that I even just had to say stepfather, but I had to clarify so that y'all understood. Because 99.9% of the time, I say my pops. because that's the man that wasn't weak and stepped in and took care of me. I'm not saying my father was weak, my biological father, but he wasn't there, so I couldn't tell you. Weak. Are you out of your fucking mind? Mind you, she's wearing a shirt that says God. That's the only part that I can see, so I'm going to guess the rest of it has something to do with religion. And I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm pretty sure the man that raised Jesus was not his biological father. So are we calling Joseph weak? Because I bet you God and Jesus wouldn't. This is literally, I said this to my sister and my brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law hit it right on the fucking nail. This is a grab. This is full on cap, and this is definitely a grab. But you know what? It caught my attention. You grabbed me, all right. And so I'm going to do my little grab now and let y'all know how the fuck I feel about it. That shit is fucking dumb. Single mothers out here, if you find a man that you love and that you care about enough to have around your children, and you know that he's doing well for your children, do not listen to dumb motherfuckers like this. Ain't nothing weak about that fucking man. And you would know that, actually. So I probably don't even got to tell y'all. Men and women who have children that are not taking care of their kids, get your fucking weak ass together. Oh yeah, because it ain't like the old days where it's mostly men. That shit done even the fuck out. This shit's annoying. I love y'all. Peace.